Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali.
And a jolly good morning to you. Welcome to Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And on this wonderful morning, representing the youth of this country, we have a young politician, some say up and coming, some say possibly marginalized, but to tell us the whole story and hopefully nothing but the truth is Dr. Kavinder Wardner.
Hello, Faraz.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, thank you. And since the last time that you were on a program with me anyway, I noticed that your transport problems have been resolved, or apparently so. Now you have a car now.
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Is that been donated to you, or is it something that you've paid for with your
I
fund?
purchased it from my permit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
how.
it's actually helping you to serve your people.
Certainly, yes.
Good. I'm glad that there's been some progress. But politics is all about being human. So, Doctor, how human are you?
Faraz, first of all, I must apologize from Sirasa. Last time, the program with Chaturanga, I could not come on time.
Ah, yes, very
Yes.
bad. What happened? Did you oversleep?
A bit, and then I got stuck in the traffic. So my
Right.
apologies. I'm very sorry for not being here on time. I came in fact, but I could not make it on time. So
Right.
first of all, very
Well,
sorry about
Thank
that.
you for being so open. Now tell
And,
me, how human are you?
I think I'm as human as you are.
Okay,
So I feel what you feel,
okay.
and I think when I see something bad happening,
Yeah.
I feel bad about it, and when I see something good happening, I feel good about it.
Doctor, we had a lady on one of our other programs on Pathikada on the Citizen Network. She was from the WHO, the World Health Organization. She was talking about depression. I think in this October is sort of a timeline for World Depression Day or something like that. But anyway, in that conversation, it transpired that 1 in 8 people in Sri Lanka are suffering from some form of depression. Now, that seems to me to be a lot of depression. I'm wondering how much of that depression is because of the situation in this country.
It's hard to say, Farhaz, because there are a lot of reasons to be depressed. But if you say because of the political reasons, I can't say how practical it is.
Yeah.
Because there could be probably due to different reasons. So it's a very difficult question for me to answer right now.
Yeah, but Doctor, there are people who simply cannot make ends meet because of something called the growing cost of living. It's so blessed expensive, from the coconut to rice to whatever, is so expensive. There's so many growing number of people we notice who are doing all sorts of jobs where they can get cash. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but now that you've got your car, maybe you don't use taxis so much. So, loads of people, young people, are drivers. They're driving for Uber and PickPay and all sorts of things. And they work long, long hours to make up the money. They can't. Loads of people that I've spoken to, I said, you only work 8 hours, and they start laughing. They say, oh, no, what do you mean 8 hours? I work around 12 to 16 hours behind the wheel because they need to make money. Lots and lots of people.
Farhaz, I think you are bringing this conversation into a very positive side. You are very right. You know, the most convenient way of making some bucks is buying or renting a auto or a tuk-tuk, some say, or a tri-show, or join a taxi service, Pick Me or Uber, something like that. But the problem is, these people who's driving these vehicles, most of them are youth. They are at the age of very productive age to the country, to the revenue of the country, and some of them are very educated. You know, some of them have done their O-levels well, some of them have done on advanced level. And the problem is, even though they work for more than 8 hours, probably you may say 12 or 14,
Yeah.
the productiveness for the country is zero. You know, we need, sorry,
yeah.
give me a minute. So we need drivers, but the problem is this youth being taxi drivers, right? It has limited the productiveness for the country.
Yeah.
So this is a serious issue, has been coming for so many years, and we have found a way, a simple and an easy way to make money by being a taxi driver. Now if you see in UK or in Europe, most of these drivers are above 40, right? Very young age, they try to engage in a different sort of a job.
Yeah.
And this is in Southeast Asian countries. I see, even us, when we were in schooling or in university, we didn't do a part-time job, right?
Yeah.
Our parents didn't allow us to do that.
Yeah.
But if you take in Europe,
Yeah.
in States, most of them have done their studies while working.
But the point is, Doctor, what I'm trying to tell you is that by working long hours, these people they have a ready-made job, and they're able to earn enough money to keep up with the ever-rising cost of living. They need to work longer hours to keep that balance. You know, working 8 hours ain't going to do anymore. You're going to have to work more. You find the family pack, if you like, the dynamics has all changed. I think that your mother probably didn't work. I don't know.
No,
okay?
she didn't.
Right? The chances are that she didn't work because Daddy, the man of the house, made sure that
Yes.
that was his job.
Yes.
She would look after the kids and run the house. Very important piece, because the man can't go about doing that without that. Okay, but now the dynamics are changing.
Yeah. Farhar,
If you take some of the young people here at Newsfirst, and if they're married, you'll find that they both work. And this is replicated all over the place. But the point is, there are not enough jobs. Your leader, our Prime Minister, promised us that one of the key figures of this is 1 million jobs. Brilliant. We want to know what's happening.
yes, Farhar, before going to that,
Yeah.
but the question that you raised before, now these people you're talking about, like taxi drivers and so on and so forth, they are working for long hours.
Yeah.
I agree. And that is basically because they want to make some more money for their day-to-day life, or to save.
Well, they've got to make that money.
Yeah, they got to make. But even as a doctor,
Yeah.
they have to work for, some of them work for 24 hours, some of them work for 72 hours, 48 hours. Like when I was an intern, I had to work for 72 hours in some certain
So it's already
shifts.
depressing.
It's not.
It's already
the way you take it.
that's 1 in 8 people are depressed.
the way you take it. If you
No,
love your
no.
job, I mean, like,
Well, you love your job, but you need to have a bit of time.
Yes, certainly, for yourself.
We
Yes.
force these people to go and take their days off.
I agree with you. I agree with you at that point. You need some time for yourselves. You need some time for your family.
Yeah.
And
My producer has the day off. I think she's got
Stephanie?
Yes, she's got 2 days off a week.
Oh, lucky for her.
And the other chap who sometimes stands in for
Chaturanga.
me, young Chaturanga, he does.
Oh.
He's got time
Yes,
off,
yes.
and he's very
That
clever.
is because you're there.
He's very clever. He's got Monday off.
Oh,
And,
no wonder he's not
so,
here today.
Well, there you go, right? So the thing is, you need to have some free time.
Yes.
You need to have some time to think, to reflect. In fact, this leads me nicely to my next question.
But at the same time, some say Sri Lankans have more holidays than any other country in the world. Saturday, Sunday off, Poya Day off, public days like Good Friday, Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think we have quite a good number of days off. I don't know how many of us taking those days off and enjoying ourselves. But anyways, I've heard that Sri Lanka has more number of holidays.
Well, the SMSs have started. Apart from one caller who wants to buy my tie, it's not for sale, all right?
Matches with the background.
Thank you. If the Honourable Member's Party, the United National Party, created 1 million jobs as promised, repeatedly, so many youth wouldn't need to take to three-wheelers and taxis.
Certainly, actually, agree. And this is the thing. We promised 1 million jobs, but a lot of people have misinterpreted this or misunderstood this by thinking we are going to give government jobs. No, that's not what we are going to do, because this government,
any government didn't say that. He said,
government cannot afford a list of jobs beyond the salaries that what we could pay as a government.
So how is this? How does Prime Minister
we have already 1.2 million government servants working.
Right.
Out of that, I'm not saying that most of these organizations or institutes are not productive.
Yeah.
But some of them are not. Now, see, if you take a public bus, there are 7 government servants are allocated for one bus.
Right.
So that is a serious issue. You know, you can have 2 drivers and one person to take care of the tickets and all that.
Yes.
But you have another extra 7 people working for one bus.
Right.
So, see, there's a serious problem. Some of the politicians, they have promised and they have given jobs after jobs.
You know, Doctor, I'm going to have to cut in a little bit here, because you talk about buses. I've got a message here asking you, this is something to do with you as being an MP in this area. Apparently, before this government came in, this area called Kala Elia,
yes,
in Kala Elia, in your territory, had a bus. Now apparently there's no bus.
They have stopped it.
They've stopped it. Then it's apparently 70 rupees people have to pay for a 3-wheeler to get about, because there's no bus.
Yes.
And this area allegedly is very famous for only one brew, Kasipu. And are the youth of your area being given this thing to drink? Because that's the only thing that's available. Now, is this true? What are you doing about it? Why is there no buses there?
No, actually, to tell you the truth, during the 100 days, I wrote to CTB and I got a bus allocated there.
Right.
But somehow they managed to stop it. I don't know why. And I wrote again to them, and I'm expecting that they will
Who is the Minister of Transport?
Honorable Nimal Siripal, but he is not the one who's responsible for this, I must say.
Minister.
Yeah, but I wrote to him also about this, because it's a serious issue, because these people...
Did he not take any notice of you?
No, he did. That's how he gave me the bus before. But right now, when I spoke to them, it's very, very unfortunate, but when I spoke to them, they said that there are no drivers. Right? When according to the statistics, they are saying that there are 7 people working for one bus. But unfortunately, what they said was that there's no drivers, no enough staff. So, but I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get a bus for Kalelia, because not because of anything, for these school children and for the people who's going to the hospital.
So you mean in that area you haven't got enough drivers who are willing to become a CTB driver so that they can serve their area and get a job?
I don't know. This is what the CTB have informed me, but what I could do is request them.
But you must have loads of guys coming to you and asking you for jobs.
Yeah, and those people I'm sending them back to the...
So get one of those and send it to Nimal and say, listen, Bod, all these guys want jobs as drivers. Sort one out and send a bus down to Kala Elia. Yeah,
I'm not the one who's authorized to do that, but I can always request. So I have kept on requesting.
Yes, you can facilitate your people's, because otherwise they won't vote for you again.
I understand. Yes,
I've
been working.
You have to go back to your family business.
Yes, I have.
Or become a doctor.
I would rather be a doctor. It's okay.
Right. Are you fed up of politics?
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm loving it.
You're loving it.
Yes.
Now then, you are.
And by the way, regarding the Kasipu, no, it has dramatically has dropped down.
Right.
There was a time, yes, a lot of illegal alcohol, spirit.
Have you made a call to Pujit?
No, there have been no recent episodes where they have been caught, because right now the police is working. Because the problem for us before, it was all politicized. You know, the politicians had the cloud to safeguard most of these people. But right now it has changed.
Right.
Before, you know, the police, OIC and down from the OIC onwards were influenced by some of the politicians.
Right.
But right now it's not happening. Right now you can talk to you can get the OIC online.
Yeah.
We will not talk to any sort of this kind of misusing power, misusing the law and order, and safeguard these kind of people, right? So clearly this is not happening right now in Kalela. Probably there are incidents where here and there.
Now you've obviously created an impact because all sorts of questions coming. One about this illicit brew. They're asking what happens to the seized quantities of these things. You know, for example, we've seen in the papers vast quantities of drugs having been detected. I think in one occasion 600 kilos were found in a container. What happens to all these things?
To be honest, as far as I don't know, but I think they should destroy it in public.
They should. They should do what I call Kenyan President Daniel Arap Moi. Some years ago, he very famously, in public, burnt a stock of ivory.
Yes.
And you know that photograph is etched in many people's memories.
Yes, I think we should do the same.
We should do the same because this drug problem doesn't seem to be going away. It seems to be increasing.
The problem,
and we're an island country.
The problem is quantities, number of quantity, what is coming to the country and distributing has stopped.
Right.
But the problem is Sri Lanka is an island, and some of the drug loads or drug mafia is using some of our ports, not fishery ports, as a exchange point.
Right.
So that is a serious issue. What you were talking about this with the sugar containers, there were a huge number of drugs were caught by the Sri Lanka customs, and some of them say that it was not to be sent to Sri Lanka; it was going elsewhere. So I don't know.
You come from an area, you know, not too far from the coast, kind of thing.
Yes.
And obviously we are an island nation. We don't produce cocaine or heroin or whatever here, as far as we know, right? And so this thing is all imported. Do you think that there is an inadequate patrolling of our shores, of our coastline? Surely these things, you know, we watch the movies and they detect, the radars detect these things.
The drug mafia, the drug cartel has improved their strategies, their ways of transporting drugs.
Right.
And not only that, they have loads and loads of money that they could sometimes buy off politicians or officials.
I was about to ask you whether, when you say improved, have they improved on
I was
network?
getting there. I was getting there. So they have that power, money, and everything.
Right.
But at the same time, as a nation, as a government, we also have to improve our intelligence. We have to improve our system of law and order. And get them caught to this thing. So we did that. There was a drug cartel before, and I think he's under custody, and the investigations are going on.
Right.
And there's a case going on. So before, these people were.
But we also have the Minister of Finance, or the Ministry of Finance, who's sort of announced a way into this government, your government, some time ago, saying that not all containers will be stopped, that they can be examined on site. It sounds to me rather a very dodgy way of doing business, because, you know, you bring your container, I bring my container in my yard. Hello, that's my yard.
Yeah.
It's my container.
No,
Guess what, you know?
I think the thing is, far as the facilities what we have and the technology what we have is very the facilities are not up to the standards. So we have to increase the technology and the facilities to detect these kind of things, not only drugs, even other things, probably guns or anything illegal coming into the country, being an island nation. So basically, if we can trace all these ships, boats, Even fishing boats, not only the ships that what is coming to Sri Lanka, there are fishing boats crossing Indian Ocean, coming towards north and east.
Will you be lobbying your friend, probably, your colleagues at any rate, Ruan Wijewardena? What would you be lobbying him as the sort of State Minister for Defence to increase the patrolling around the coast?
I think our government have done the maximum that we could, but I wish if we can do more. You know, we have very less resources as a.
Have you spoken to PM? Have you told him about your concerns yet?
No, I have. There are incidents that we have spoken about it, not person as like, you know, one-on-one.
Right.
But there have been incidents that.
But they
as
say
a
you
government,
deal with the highest. That you, Dr. Kavinda Jayawardena, you deal directly with the highest positions in the party.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And you have a close connection to them. You're on the working committee, on the media side. You are also the Youth Front leader.
Yes.
So then why are people asking me to ask you whether you are marginalized?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Right.
Yes.
Does that mean that our dear leader, your leader, our Prime Minister, is not duly concerned about your loyalty? Is your loyalty with the party or with the Prime Minister?
He's my leader. I'm loyal to him, and I'm loyal to my party because my
party...
party...
Can you answer this thing? Some people say that they expected so much from the United National Party, and the United National Party has delivered so less.
Not really, Fahaz. We have come to power after 20 years, and it's been only 2 years that we are in power. Right. And we are not in power 100%.
Why is there talk of a cabinet reshuffle? What's going on? What's the great point talking about in Parliament?
I think there are potential ministers, there are potential members who wants to get a different sort of responsibility.
Yeah.
And probably His Excellency the President and the Honorable Prime Minister must be thinking that by reshuffling, I don't know whether it's happening or not. It's just a prediction.
You can tell us the gossip.
No, it's a prediction.
You know what's going on.
No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
You must have had a conversation with somebody.
I wish if I knew. But probably that is because purely to change the rhythm.
Yeah.
But I do not know how far it's going to happen.
To change the rhythm? You think there's a need to change the rhythm?
Some say yes, some say no, but I think it's best...
If I was to ask you a straight question,
yes,
would you give me a straight answer,
certainly,
Doctor? Can you tell me the one item that has been a thorn in the side of this government?
I think...
where public concern has reached a crescendo.
I think the bond issue has been an issue.
Do you know, I love it because you've just been absolutely honest, and so thank you for being honest. Now that bond issue, isn't it a shame that it has been so poorly handled? It has been mishandled.
Fahaz, I will not defend anything because it's going to be in the court. But what I have to say, as a UMP member and a government backbencher, I would say I am very proud and happy how the government have handled this bond issue.
Right.
Because there have been past histories of bond issues, Greek bond, and there have been so many issues. But we did not take up any of MR's past corruption issues. The only issue that was pointed as us, we took it up. Within the 100 days, we took it up,
but
and we took it up at the
but the Prime Minister jumped the gun.
No,
yes, he did, because the President was abroad, and the President issued a statement saying that he was going to appoint a commission or a committee, and the Prime Minister jumped the gun. The next day, he appointed a committee before the President's committee came in. It was a three-member committee which had no legal standing. They were merely advising a person who was the Prime Minister. There was no legal basis to this three-member committee. And three-member committee, you must know it as a member of the United National Party, they were United National Party loyalists. Nothing wrong with that. But they didn't know anything about the bond, about the workings of the central bank. They didn't have the legal mandate, apart from a person who happens to be the Prime Minister, say, well, tell me what went on. That was just an advisory thing. But it cost us so much of time and money. And 2 years later, now we've got a Presidential Commission of Inquiry.
Fahaz, I will not...
Frustrating.
I will not argue with you on this, but I will say that, you know, we put this to the COP committee. And when we appointed COP committee chairman, the UMP supported Mr. Honorable Handun Hetty. And we signed, except one member...
Complete with footnotes.
Yes.
First time in the history of COP.
Yes, this is the democracy, right?
Right.
And then we argued this.
It's the first time in history,
in the parliament. In the parliament.
Yes, but doctor, it's the first time in history that a governor of the central bank has been to an auction area during the currency of an auction, ongoing auction.
Yeah, I'm not the judge.
No, I know, but it's been revealed. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. But so then, as a government, responsible government, we have taken it up. Now the president has taken it up, and now it's at the committee. And not only that, I'm sure that they will put it up at the court.
So what do you say as a member of the United National Party? What do you say when you see everybody's talking about Mr. Mahendran? The president refused to give him a contract on his own contract. Everyone, and then you see this same person hanging about in the corridors of power, accompanying various delegations abroad, attending meetings, signing the attendance register. What's going on?
I'm not here to defend Mahendra. Yes, right. I am here to defend my government, my party. But I stand on the same point where the decisions that what we have taken. I think as a government we have proved and we have shown that we are against the corruption, and whoever is involved with the corruption, regardless what's the position that he carries.
But then you all are not doing anything about the corruption that you all said was going on in Emma's government. Is that a deal going on?
No, we are. Now, the
is investigation...
No, there's no deal whatsoever. We are investigating. The problem is the investigations and...
But Mangala Samaravira, he said some time ago that these Rajapaksas had spirited away $18 billion. Okay, and now he says that although there has been corruption, he now admits that nothing is in the name of Mr. Rajapaksa. Now then, there's an insistent guest here, a viewer, who's asking me to ask you again, will there be a cabinet reshuffle? Mr. Azwar says that we don't need a cabinet reshuffle, we need a new government. That's what Mr. Azwar says.
No, I don't know whether they're going to be a cabinet reshuffle, but I don't think we need a new government, because the reason is there was a government way before us and we know what they did to the country. Now the political culture we have changed, you know. There's democracy in this country. We have established independent commissions.
Yeah.
We have changed the 18th Amendment into 19th Amendment.
Yeah.
And we are investigating in the people who have been involved with corruption. Now, Mr. Veeravansa is inside.
But he's gone on a fast.
It's ridiculous. What if all the prisoners will fast tomorrow? Are we going to let them go? I think it's he's using his power. He's forcing the law and order of this country.
What power? Because he's
a member of parliament. He's a member of parliament in the opposition. There is media support.
But the last time he did this, one of the Sunday newspapers had him in front of the UN, had a photograph of a
packet of biscuits.
What do you call those things? Saline, a bottle of saline, was going surreptitiously into his arm.
So that is not.
That's not a fasting, is it?
Yes,
that's just a kind of a forced diet.
I know. So it's. I think it's a drama. We have seen this drama enough. But we don't want to fool this government, the people of this country.
But aren't you all fooling them with the bond?
No, we are not.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
Are you, as a UNP, as a youthful member of the United National Party, you are the next in line for leadership, are you a bit worried that Akila is coming in as the Secretary General of the party?
No, I'm not at all.
Is he a good chap? Does he deserve to be Secretary General? Why can't you be Secretary General?
It's the decision should be made by the Honourable Prime Minister, leader of my party.
Yeah.
I'm no one to make a decision, but Honourable Kabir Hashin is doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
And I think Honourable Akhila Viraj Karyavasam, the Education Minister, has a lot of potential. So as a follower of my leader and my party, I will embrace anything.
Question. Last and final
Yes,
question.
sir.
As you come to the end of this thing, last few seconds, okay?
Yes.
Now then, given the fact that there is so much of dissatisfaction in the delivery of the promises made by the United National Party, because we expect so much of them, is it time to change the leader?
No, I don't agree
Why
with
not?
that, because
If this was a company and he was the CEO, the shareholders would get rid of him.
no, you don't have to. The problem is not because at the leadership. The problem is the whole country's system has been corrupted. The whole country was going in a wrong direction. So we have to change the political entire system back to a proper direction, so the country will move ahead.
You know, Mr. Samaravir has got vacancies in the Foreign Office. You need to be a diplomat. That's a very diplomatic answer. You make me want to weep. You want to make me weep. Where's my box of tissues?
I can give you mine.
You know, dear me. Well, you know, we've enjoyed having you on the program.
Thank you very much.
Please sort out that problem of the illicit group,
Certainly.
the bus,
Certainly.
and stop your electorate paying the 70 rupees to the three-wheelers. And, you know, we wish you well. And if you have a change of heart and you think that you're going to want to change the leadership in the National Party, we'd like to know what your leadership aspirations are.
I don't think we need to change our leader. Actually, leader is doing his best for the country and for the party.
Is it good enough, though?
Yes, it is very much good enough.
Why is he friends with Arjuna Mahendran?
I don't know.
Dr. Kavinder Jayawardena, thank you very much.
For having
Thank
me,
you
sir.
for being
Thank
on
you.
Newsline. And that's it. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow morning, helping you stay connected. In the meantime, have a great day, wonderful week ahead. Take care and God bless.